Peace, everyone. Welcome to Survival Mode. And today's topic is how our relationship with China affect our pockets.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, that's something that we need to think about
Yeah.
when it comes to our pockets, because when you go shopping, the majority of things that we see is made in China.
Yes. A
The
lot.
majority.
That's ridiculous.
You know, as I
Yes,
think
it is.
about this shirt that I have on, made in China.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shocked to even think about this.
Where we
looking at
bought it
made.
from, right?
Yeah. You know,
Yeah.
where we got it from, you know, and just think about a TV stand made in China. Even a fan
Yeah.
that you purchase,
Fans,
made in China.
cell phones.
Cell phone, everything.
Yep.
So where we at now, you know, it's at a point where we still can prep and get things that we need
Yeah.
right now to kind of help us do, you know, to go through hard times,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you know, in case we have like 2 or 3, 4 years of hard times, high prices.
Yeah.
You know, we have to be mindful.
That's true.
You know, what can we do now that can help us down the road?
Yeah.
You know,
Because actually, when I think about like even kitchen utensils, you know, I'm a gadget person. I love having the right utensils to use in the kitchen.
yeah,
And a lot of times when I'm just in the stores and I'm looking at all the beautiful different little gadgets and all of that, when I look at the back of the package that they're in, they all say made in China. And I really struggle to find something that says made in the USA. And actually, if you go to places like Dollar General, Family Dollar, a lot. I'm going to throw this out there, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm going to say at least 90% of the merchandise in those stores are made in China.
wow,
I'm not talking about like if you have a Dollar General that may have food in there, but I'm talking about like kitchen items, home decor, clothing. What else do they have?
Oh,
you know,
man, they
garden stuff.
oh
They
man,
have all kind of stuff.
wow,
Go in there and see what you can find. I'm not going to tell you to see what you can find that is made in China. I'm going to dare you to go find things that's made in the USA.
yeah, and
Okay.
also cell phones.
Cell phones too.
Think
yeah.
about that, y'all. Cell phones, and you know, it's a big thing
Yeah.
about these chips now.
Yeah.
You got to get these cell phones, even if you have to get an
Automobile
extra
chips. Yeah. All
extra
of that.
cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's made in China.
A lot of these things are made in China. Even a lot of the apps that people subscribe to
Wow.
on their phones. A lot of you don't know that those apps are created or developed in China.
Ain't that something,
Yeah.
y'all?
They're created and developed in China.
Wow.
So you all, that relationship, right, with this country and that one, you have no idea how important that relationship is to the supplies that the majority of Americans purchase. Now remember, that country that this country purchases all those goods from, they are friends with the other country that's currently in the process of, you know, doing some pretty evil things, right?
Yeah.
But they're in my opinion buddy, right?
Yeah.
So for them, that relationship that they have, and the U.S. of course, relationship with Ukraine, how is that going to impact the U.S.'s relationship with China as this situation continues to escalate?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What will happen if China stops importing goods here?
Yes. And that'll be a really, really bad thing
Yeah.
if it happens too soon. So we got to
Yeah.
keep our eyes open,
Yeah.
you know, ears
Yeah.
to the media to see how can we gauge these things.
Yeah. Not mainstream
Yeah.
media.
Not mainstream,
No, not
but
mainstream.
find the real media
Yeah.
that's going to give you like accurate
Real deal.
information.
Right. Right.
You know, and also, you know, how we can match these up with our paychecks.
Yeah.
You know, we can get some stuff every other week.
Right.
We can write down a list of things that we really need and get those things. And also, you got to remember, stuff that's made in China is not like high quality stuff. It'll break on you. Like your gadgets you was talking about.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can get something brand new out the box.
Yeah.
And then it end up breaking on you.
And it'll fall apart when you start using it.
So it's best to, like double up.
Yeah, and actually do your best to find items that are made in the USA. And
Yes.
that's one of the things that I would say.
Yes.
It's like in the comment section as we create these videos and discuss these different topics. If you are aware of a location that people can get certain goods from that are made in the USA, just post it in the comment section below, and we'll help one another to find products made right here in this country.
And then also products that's made in the USA is high quality.
It
durable.
is. Yes.
Lasts a long time.
Yeah.
I guess, that goes to show, when products is made in China, I guess they have a fast way of making it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't last that long. But the stores...
Or they just use the worst quality of whatever. And then we don't even know, the levels of toxicity that these items have when they get to you.
Yes.
Right? And these are items that you might use to put in your food, to stir your food with, or even cookware.
Yes.
Right? I have some loaf pans that I got from the Dollar General that were on sale for like 50 cents a pan, and I've never baked in them. I use them for other things, but I've never baked in them. And the reason why is because I don't know what they're made of. And so anything like that could probably leach some type of an unknown chemical into our food. I don't cook in anything made in China.
Yes.
Everything I use is made in the USA.
And also, I think it was on Father's Day when I went to Lowe's and I was looking for some tools. And the tools had on it, the back of it, this plastic may cause cancer if it gets too hot.
Made in China.
Made in China. I'm like, now how plastic is going to melt and give your hands cancer? I don't know.
From screwdrivers.
Yes. That's exactly what it was.
Screwdrivers.
Yes. So you got to be careful. You got to read the labels on a lot of stuff that's made in China.
Yeah.
Get the stuff that works, that's safe.
American made if you can find it.
Yes.
Which unfortunately I know is not, we don't have a lot of options anymore, for made in the USA.
Yes. And I can proudly say, that products that was made in the USA back in the 60s, 70s, and the 80s, those things last a long time.
They did.
And
a lot of people still have things from way back before then, from like the 50s and the 60s, right?
Yeah.
Because I still have this little measuring cup that belonged to my grandmother, and she actually purchased that, or she actually had that same measuring cup when my mother was a child.
Wow.
Right? So we're talking like a long time ago. We're talking about something that she had in maybe the late 40s and into the 50s. And here we are in 2022 and her granddaughter has it.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Look at that.
And so it's like things that were made in the USA back then, if you can get your hands on things like that. I know a lot of people might call them antiques, but if you can get your hands on things that were made in the USA and they're still functioning, I would say get your hands on whatever you can get your hands on, because you never know if it will be available in the future at all.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about like for me, it's going to always be things that I can use in my kitchen or in food preservation. You know, for my husband, it could be tools, or for others, automobiles even.
Yeah, if you get like an old school automobile, even, it's easier to do maintenance on that vehicle. A lot of people know how to work on it.
Yeah, no chips required.
Yeah, because a lot of these new vehicles require chips. and they
Parts are
don't.
cheaper.
Yeah, they don't last that long either.
That's true. The parts are cheaper on the older vehicles.
Yes, they
Yeah,
are.
the parts are cheaper. We have a 97,
Yeah.
right? We have a 97 F-150, and the parts on that is not as expensive as if you had a 2022 F-150.
Yes. And then
And if you even get the part.
yeah. And then it was made of that iron that
That yes, it was. Those older vehicles are really heavy duty. You know, so but those are just some examples of, you know, the things that you can get, and how will that relationship with China affect that? You know, if things go sideways, what will you have? What will you be able to get if the majority of the products now are made in China?
Yeah.
What will you have access to?
Yeah. So now today we are at a position now where everyone can really go and see and prep items ahead of time before this relationship with China goes sideways. Yeah. We don't know when or we don't know how, but the atmosphere is letting us know it's getting kind of
close.
Yes, it is, because you know,
it's getting very close, you all.
Yeah.
And these are basically our opinions that we are sharing with you. Okay. Yeah. And remember, you all, we've said before, we are not preppers.
Yes.
But we are in survival mode.
Yes, we're in survival mode.
Yes.
You know, it's time to really get to thinking about a more different level than what we were just homesteading. You know, survival mode is like what it says. We're in a mode to survive.
Right.
You know, and we want to be ahead of time.
Right.
One thing I do not want to do is panic. I don't want to panic. Right. I don't want to be in a situation to where I'm rushing, trying to get this item, that item, you know, and things is really, really crazy. Yeah. You know? But we are watching their relationship with China, with the U.S. Yep. So far, everything is going pretty smooth. We got the holiday seasons coming up, Christmas, and what would that take us to when we see like Black Friday, when people are going in the stores? What I'm gonna do, Mrs. H, I'm gonna be thinking about things that I know I'm gonna need for it's like surviving. Yeah. I'm not going with the big screen TVs like most everybody talk about. Yeah. But you know, it's things that what we need. You know, like for instance, like clothing. You know, boots, jackets for the winter time. Right. Right. You know. Right. We got to think about all that stuff that we're gonna need for the elements. So you know, U.S. China relationship, we're gonna keep our eye on that. Right. Yep. Keep our eye on it. Well, all right. So that's gonna do it. This is what we think on survival mode, and give us your thoughts in the comment section. Yeah. And let us know how you feel about this relationship between the U.S. and China in our pockets. Yeah. Let us know what you think about it. Importing goods from other countries is really is a major downfall. Yeah. For this country. Yeah. It's terrible when you have to depend on somebody thousands of miles away to provide basic goods for you and your country. You know, it's like one man depending on another man to take care of his house. So you all, that's not good business if you ask me. It's one thing to barter and trade, but it's another thing when the majority of what you have is coming from somebody else's house. So we have to keep that in mind. So please be on the lookout for Made in the USA and get your hands on some very good quality items to get you through the dark hour that we are fast approaching. Yes. I agree. This is H. You hit it right on the head. You know, we can do a lot of stuff here. We had factories at one time. Yes, we did. You know, before the outsourcing, you know, of all these items, and now it's hurting us. It's hurting us. It's hurting us really bad. Like she said, we got to depend on somebody else. Yeah. Thousands of miles away in order to get certain items, majority of the items that's on the store shelves.
Yeah.
And then if we don't get these items, they can hold it over our heads. Like,
Sure can.
okay, we
Sure can. You
we
want
can
to
do-
sanction this? Well, we'll sanction that.
Yeah, they
Where
probably
your
just-
tennis shoes come from?
Yeah, probably waiting for the right time to make that move.
You never know.
So we got to make our move first.
Right.
That's what we gonna do,
So
y'all.
we want to do our best to get ahead, you all, and start now thinking about what are those everyday items that you want to put your hands on that you need. And then whatever those items are, see where they're made
Yes,
and make some adjustments. In fact, we'll talk about that in the next video.
yes, we will.
Mm-hmm.
And thank y'all for tuning in to Survival Mode.
Yes.
Peace and blessings.